106, Layers of the Atmosphere. In the previous class we took quizzes, so we're starting off a brand new chapter here. We talked about seasons. Now we had homework of reading maps off of different kinds of seasons. We had things like allergy season or ragweed season or something like that. Different colored maps. Does anybody have any questions about those? Okay, purpose. You will learn about the layers of the atmosphere today. Relevance. We kind of use the atmosphere every day to breathe, so it's kind of nice to know what's up here. Success. I will be able to describe the 4 layers of the atmosphere and how they help me stay alive. Grades, you're going to have a project on making a model of the atmosphere. Now remember, models can be just about anything. There's all sorts of stuff that we can consider to model, including just simply a picture, a diagram, and so that's what we're going to be making today. And who knows, maybe I'll come around and check out your participation on taking the notes and give you a participation grade there. I don't know, maybe not, I would like to. It's going to be quite a while. Let's see here, today is 6, so that means Tuesday 7, Wednesday 8, Thursday 9, Friday 10. Looks like next Monday and Tuesday according to this year's calendar. Oh, well, I'll be here out in the front on the benches, so you guys can come and take your quiz and then go home. We might be able to even log in and have an e-learning day. What do you know? Okay. Here we go with a fancy graph. We're going to see this fancy graph several times throughout this packet. In this graph shows many things. All the following is shown in the graph, but what do you think is the main purpose? They're all true, but which one do you think is the main purpose of the graph? Look that over.
I got you.
Circle your answer. Isaac, what do you think is the main idea?
It shows the air temperatures at different altitudes.
I would completely agree. Letter C, to show the air temperature at different altitudes. Those are the axes. So those are the main ideas. What is the coldest temperature of the atmosphere in Celsius? The coldest it gets. Look at that, in Celsius. And let's see here. Andrew, do you have that one?
I'm honestly trying to look for the atmosphere.
Sure.
And I can't see it on this graph.
All right.
It's troposphere.
How about Michael?
Oh, I had it.
The zigzag line is the temperature. As it goes up, we go to higher altitudes. So low temperatures are to the left. So the zigzag line gets furthest to the left at what point, Michael? Negative 70 or 92 Celsius. We have two temperatures. The top is labeled in Fahrenheit. The bottom is labeled in Celsiuses. We want Celsius. And so the furthest it goes to the left on the Celsius scale is going to be somewhere between negative 80 and negative 100. I agree with your answer initially of negative 92. What layer is found 40 kilometers high? Okay, here we have altitude. There we have altitude. We have 2 altitudes. One of them is labeled kilometers, one in miles. We want to know the kilometers one, because it says 40 kilometers. So we go to there's 40 right there on the kilometer side, and that is in the stratosphere. What layer is found 60 miles high? Go ahead, try to find that one on your own. Here's the miles side. 60 is going to be up in here. That's what's called the thermosphere. What conclusion can you make based on the data of this graph? There's all sorts of possibilities that we could say. We could say there's no single pattern. We can't say just simply as you go higher it gets colder or something like that. We can't say there's a pattern of the layers get thicker and thicker as we go up or thinner and thinner. But no single pattern to the temperatures would be one conclusion that we can make. Okay, in the past we've learned about the depths of the interior layers. We talked about the layers of the inner core, outer core, mantle, crust. We've talked about the heights of mountains and stuff in our topography. Okay, now we're going to learn about the heights of the Earth's layers. We're going to do that by following through these directions to draw a picture on the next page. So we're going to be drawing layers. Here's Mount Everest in the ground. The first it says draw a line 1 inch above the ground. This is the top of the first layer. Label the first layer between the ground and your line as troposphere. So you're going to take a ruler. Do I have a ruler up here? I do not have a ruler up here. Let's pretend that I have a ruler though, and I draw it. It says 1 inch. So you're going to draw a line sort of like that, and you're going to label this space here troposphere. Now let's wait. Don't draw it yourself right now. Let's have you draw a ruler, please. And now you're going to do all these things. A, draw puffy clouds in the bottom layer. Write the words "all weather happens here." At the bottom of the layer, write warms from the ground, etc. By doing all of this, reading it and writing it on the paper, that's basically like taking notes. Anything that I would say during a lecture, you're learning and seeing by drawing the picture. Alrighty. On the next page, there's a very cool picture. This is not Photoshop. This is not claymation. This is a real photograph. I thought that was one of the cooler pictures I've seen all year. I was able to see the space shuttle go off at Florida. I was about 100 miles away from it. I was going to school that morning. I was teaching, and it looked like a street light was going up. That was kind of fun. It's right outside my front door. And then there was another day I was in Orlando when the space shuttle went up. And it went up at night, and that was amazing. It was, the flames were at the horizon, and the flames were about as long as the pencil, and that was going up, and it lit up the whole horizon like a sunset. That was very, very cool. If you can ever get down to see a rocket go off, I would highly encourage it. Nowadays, it's going to be more and more possible because they have these tourist rockets that are going to be going up very, very soon. I think in 2021, 2022, something like that, they're going to have tourists going up, which means it's going to be a really regular thing. And so if you happen to be on vacation down to Texas or New Mexico, I don't know exactly where they're going to be launching, but there's going to be rockets going up like every other day or every other week or something like that, and you could schedule an opportunity to see that. Very, very cool. Anyway, moving on. Then we have notes. So after we do the picture, we're going to have about 10 minutes worth of notes, and then we'll do the wrap-up. Alrighty? So right now, in the next 15, 20 minutes, you're working on this model diagram picture thing. Ready, set, go.